My name is Tilleretta Pope, and I am the director of the Intensive English Program, which is located in the Center for Global Education. I teach in the program as well. That's a really good question. An average day is one that is not very average. As you can imagine, students who come to the intensive English program, they come from a variety of backgrounds. They come from a variety of educational levels. And so we try to make sure that we incorporate every student's, skills, ability, culture, all wrapped up into one as we teach the classes. And so an average day, if I would say, is that a student it's an intensive program. And so that means there's a lot of schoolwork. And so the students are in classes for roughly 5 hours a day. And so there is a break for lunch, but an average day for our students is a lot of work in the classroom. There is a break. But in addition to that, we try to have some field trips when we were able to have field trips. And even during the pandemic, we've had some activities such as having guest speakers come and talk to us during some class time, during the lunch break. And so the average day is not so average, but we do try to incorporate some fun in addition to the learning experience that the students obviously are here to do. The priority is, taking the classes, passing the classes, and having the students move on to whatever it is they are going to do after the program. Oh, the field trips were so much fun. There's a little bit of planning, obviously, to make sure that everybody is safe and make sure that we have all the paperwork that's required of the university. But once that paperwork is all done and we're able to go out and about, it's a lot of fun. One trip in particular that I really, really enjoyed going with the students, and I think the students enjoyed it as well, we would go to a farm. It's not too far from Columbus. It was called Slate Farm, I believe, and it's a working farm where there are obviously animals on the farm. There's lots of acreage. And so when we got to the farm, you could sometimes smell that you were about to arrive at a farm because of the smells that you would sense, obviously. Going to the farm was so much fun. There was a farmhouse and we had somebody to guide us before we would, go outside and walk around on our own. Students got to see what people did, and not just students, but faculty. We got to see how people lived when there was no electricity, when there was no running water in the house. And so we would actually go into that house and there would be a narrator that the guide would tell us about where people lived and what they did and how they kept their food, during the winter months, how they kept the food safe, also keeping the food safe in the summertime when there's obviously no refrigeration. And then students were able to go outside and walk themselves around the farm, pet the animals if they wanted to do so. The chickens were running around. There were horses, and there were just a lot of fun being out in nature. Sometimes students are from really big cities bigger than Columbus. And so coming out into a farm, it's not something that many students or staff have, had access to or had done in a long time. And so that's one trip that I really, really liked. And I look forward to going back out there into the fresh air and just seeing the animals in their natural state and just going into a place where you don't see a lot. And it's nice to go back in time, and it's nice to get a picture of how things looked then and where we are now. I think our reputation is solid. I am very positive and enthusiastic about the future of the intensive English program. I've been here at Capital for 9 years, and I've stayed because it's a solid program. And I've taught in the program, continue to teach in the program, and I'm very grateful to be its director as well. And for students who are looking for a small environment, but big on very much a good teacher-student relationship, good teacher-student ratio, a student who wants consistency. We start with consistency on day one of the program. Students know what is expected of them, and we make sure that that communication is clear before, during, and after the student enters the program. So finally, I just like to say I'm proud to be part of the intensive English program at Capital. It's a program that stands by its principles. It's a program that respects all students who come our way. It's a program that stands by, educating the student inside the classroom as well as outside of the classroom. It's a good school. It's a good intensive English program. And I look forward to meeting and seeing the next group of students who will come our way.